Welcome back to Guru Beauty. I am Jodie and today we are looking at 2015 favourites. Yes, 2015 favourites. I actually did not make a favourites video for the year of 2015 and many of you have been emailing me, messaging me, making comments in various videos asking for my favourites from 2015, and it's actually quite a long list. I made a long list. I intended to make a series of videos and just did not get to it. So today we're getting a start on it. This is face makeup products, everything from primers to bronzers, highlighters, foundations, concealers, and these are products that I either discovered in 2015, some of them actually were released in 2015, some of them I just discovered, and there are a couple of products that I either discovered a new shade that worked well for me, or I actually rediscovered it and fell in love with it for the first time, if that makes sense. So I will get started with primers. Let's get started. I have a couple of primers to share with you. This is the Guerlain METEORITES Pearl Light Diffusing Primer. This may have been a limited edition one because it's got gold and beigey balls. I think the normal one is pink. They have definitely repackaged it, but I think they have released a reformulated METEORITES primer. It's quite, I think, pearlescent, shall we say, but I absolutely loved this. I don't think you can really go wrong with this primer. It's a beautiful smoothing product. It just feels like it sinks right into the skin, but it just gives, I don't know, a beautiful, radiant, smooth look to anything that you put over the top of it. Thoroughly recommend it if you don't mind spending on Guerlain. Their primers are absolutely glorious. I do have another primer for you, and this one was sent to me from Jane Iredale. This is the Smooth Affair primer for oily skin. So it does actually help to control the oils, and I did find it very smoothing. This was the sort of primer, whenever I had those days last year where I thought that my skin was just looking fantastic when I caught my reflection in the mirror, I was wearing this primer or the Guerlain primer. So two really fantastic primers. This one from Jane Iredale, I will include links down below for you, but it does visibly reduce shine like they claim, and it does minimize the appearance of pores and imperfections. So another great primer for you to try. Next up, I'm going to talk about concealers, and there were two products that stand out to me as products that I absolutely loved for the entire year. First up, this one, you would have heard me mention it probably in more than one favorites video. This is the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. It is just a gorgeous light pink product that does help to conceal. It does help to color correct the dark under eye circles. I found that this brightened and stayed on and stayed emollient under my eye like no other product or color corrector that I have ever used before. I did top this off with concealer after I applied it, and the only thing I would say about this, as I've shared with you before, this, I think it must have some kind of oil ingredient. My mascara always transfers when I wear this. It must have oil in it. So I will use a tubing mascara, which is not my ideal mascara, so that I can wear this under my eye. A really beautiful product. And I know Becca has actually come out with a range of different color correctors. I'm yet to try them, but this is the Brightening Under Eye Corrector. Absolutely beautiful, thoroughly recommend. And then this product I have had for longer than 2015, but I finally found the color that worked best for me. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser. And you've all heard about this one before. I used to have the light or the light medium. I think I also used to have the brightener and the neutralizer. I found the shade medium and I fell in love. This sort of has a silicone-y feel to it. It has great coverage. I feel like it's smoothing. It's not drying. I can use it on the face. I can use it on the under eye. The medium shade is perfect for me. It's not ashy. I feel like it does a great job either over that under eye brightening corrector from Becca or on its own. Just a beautiful, beautiful product. I feel like it never cakes. You can take it in your handbag and touch up throughout the day. Any bits where your foundation might have worn off. It's just a gorgeous product. The sponge tip may be something that people don't like because of the hygienic factor. I really don't mind it. It's a beautiful product. I absolutely love it. I have and will continue to repurchase that one. Moving on to some light coverage products now. I guess the two that stick out for me for 2015 is this one. I'm not sure if I've actually spoken to you guys about this one. It's the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. It is an SPF 30 PA+++ product. I've matched myself to the shade Buttercream 03. The coverage is really negligible, but it does give a beautiful finish, a nice glow to the skin. I really enjoyed using this one and loved that it was SPF 30. And then this one, after hearing people rave about this one for years and not wanting the light coverage that it gives, I got my skin to a level with a couple of skincare products I'll share with you in my skincare favorites video, but to a state where I really actually quite enjoyed some lighter coverage products in 2015, and this little product from Sunday Riley was one of them. This is the Effortless Breathable Tinted Primer. I might have picked this one up from Net-a-Porter. No, actually I think I got the last one at my local Mecca. I am matched to the shade Medium, a really beautiful product, just like the Bare Minerals. Beautiful finish, not much coverage, but your skin just looks great with it. Now this is kind of skincare, not really makeup, but because it sits and works so well under makeup, I will mention one of my favorite SPF products for the face from 2015. This is the Mecca Cosmetica To Save Face SPF 50 Plus Super Screen. The most important thing if you are correcting, you know, any pigmentation on your face is to prevent it from coming back. And SPF is by far the best thing that you can possibly do for preventing more hyperpigmentation from coming back. So the fact that Mecca Cosmetica came out with an SPF 50 sunscreen was really fantastic. I find that this works beautifully under a primer, under makeup. It really doesn't you know, make things go cakey or greasy. It's just a beautiful high protection product that yeah, works beautifully with makeup. I've got quite a few foundations to share with you today. If there are reviews, I'll include links down below. Both of these products from Laura Mercier, these were both released last year. Absolutely beautiful. The Silk Cream Moisturizing Photo Edition Foundation and the Silk Cream Oil Free Photo Edition Foundation. I loved both of them. Absolutely beautiful. This one here from CoverGirl, the Ready Set Gorgeous, I think I reviewed it. Absolutely blew me away. I think it's only available in 3 shades. It's really cheap. I was expecting the worst. I got the best. I absolutely loved this Ready Set Gorgeous oil-free foundation. Absolutely beautiful. Another drugstore product, the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Matte. It's called the Pro Matte, I think, in the United States. Mattifying Infallible. I'm in the shade 22 Radiant Beige. Beautiful smoothing, great coverage. My skin looks absolutely fantastic. I reviewed this. I'll include a link down below. This is one that just, I think I fell in love with this maybe in the second half of 2014, but I continued to be in love with it into 2015. It definitely deserves a mention. It's the Inoxa Renew Age Erase Serum Foundation. If you are in Australia, check it out. It's a beautiful foundation for a lovely, not only a nice smoothing, non-caking, good coverage foundation, but beautiful finish, a beautiful radiant finish without ever getting, you know, oily or greasy. Absolutely beautiful product there. And then 3 more foundations to show you. This is one I've had for longer than 2015, but really it hit its stride with me in 2015. One of my holy grail foundations, the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Ultra Definition Liquid Makeup. I'm in the shade 4.0. Absolutely adore. Just like the others, it's smoothing, great buildable coverage without getting cakey, and just a really lovely luminous finish. Gorgeous, gorgeous. This one, if you like a good coverage foundation, you're worried about your foundation slipping off, you live in humid weather climate, you're entering into summer, any of those things, this top product. I absolutely loved this product. This is probably my favorite MAC foundation now. The MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. I'm in the shade NC30 for this. They do run quite light, so I would recommend getting color matched, but gorgeous, gorgeous foundation. Love, love, love. I do think that there is, again, just like the Becca Under Eye Brightener, some kind of oil in this product. I did find when I used it, my mascara would transfer. So again, just think about your tubing mascara. If you use this foundation, a beautiful one if you're going swimming, if you're entering into the summer, really hot, humid weather, and you like good coverage, this one, beautiful. Beautiful. Last foundation that I really enjoyed for the year is this one. It's from Maybelline, and this is the Dewy and Smooth Fit Me foundation. It does have octinoxate sunscreen, SPF 18. They say suited to normal to dry skin, but I preferred this so much more over the matte and poreless. A favorite for me for 2015. Moving on to powders, you would have seen me rave about these powders from Models Prefer. For you Australians out there who have access access to a price line or can order online. These models prefer soft touch mineral powders. Absolutely divine. They are very similar to the MAC mineralized skin finishes, but they are gorgeous. I loved the Radiant Bronze for a radiant bronze. It does exactly what it says. Beautiful. I loved the soft focus for all over my face. So camera friendly. Smoothing, luminous, beautiful. And then I would use this one, the Luminous Glow, as a highlight. This is not quite as full on as like your, you know, your Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors or your Balm Merry Luminizers, but you know, a half potency highlighter, really nice for every day. I love those powders. Another highlighter I loved for the year, this is the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder in Highlight 01, a really gorgeous product. I thoroughly recommend it. It doesn't look glittery, it doesn't look chunky at all, just a beautiful luminescent highlighter. I am wearing that with some other products as well on my face today, but a beautiful one from Laura Mercier. Definitely check that out. Oh, another favorite highlighter product for me this year was the NARS Dual Intensity Blush, and this is in the shade Jubilation. What I loved in particular about this duo is that you have a gold and then a more champagne-y, not quite pinky, but kind of pinky highlight. I loved that you could use these wet for a really intense effect or dry for a less intense effect. I loved using these on my eyes, on the inner corner. Just a beautiful, beautiful product. And on that note, I loved all of NARS Dual Intensity blushes. I absolutely fell in love with these. I did swatch on my hand and on my cheek, every single one of them in a video I will link to down below. This one here was probably my favorite. This is the Frenzy. We've got a highlight on one shade and a beautiful peachy blush on the other. Use them alone, use them together, wet or dry. Beautiful, versatile, fantastic product. And then this one here in Fervor, a really gorgeous combination of shades. And I would also wear those very, very happily on my eyes. This beautiful burgundy plummy shade, gorgeous on the eye, all over the eye. Use a wet brush, beautiful. Beautiful. I have a drugstore favorite bronzer for the year, and this is the Maybelline Master Sculpt Contouring Palette. This one here is the medium dark. I also loved the light one as well. I think it's called light medium. I used these so much on my face for contouring, but also on my eyes. Just a beautiful product to just do a quick eyeshadow using the highlighter all over the lid and the bronzer just to define the crease. Bang, you're done. So easy. I thought these were a really gorgeous formulation, and I really enjoyed them. We are nearing the end. I have my favorite loose powder. I just fell in love with this all over again. This is one that I have loved for years, but I did take a bit of a break and then, you know, rediscovered it, I would say. The Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder, a glorious product. Great for those of you who are after oil control. Great for those of you who want a powder to finish and set your foundation, but not to look completely matte. Just a beautiful product that does the oil control but still helps your skin look alive, not overly powdery. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And then my favorite way to apply that, and this is another favorite for 2015, is with a damp sponge. I really fell in love with the technique of using a damp beauty blender into loose powder to set foundation. I found that it really, I really did not have to worry about cakey powder. I really did not have to worry about, overly powdering or anything. It's almost like that wet sponge just makes sure that you get the perfect amount of powder just where you need it to set. Just a beautiful technique, and yeah, my very, very favorites as far as setting powders there. My favorite blush of the year, I would have to say, besides the NARS Dual Intensity, would be this one from By Terry. This one was recommended to me at Mecca Maxima by the lovely Jess. Jess, if you're watching, hello and thank you. This is the Terribly Donceless blush in number 2 Flash Fiesta. This is a very heavy compact. By Terry is just a beautiful luxury brand, a gorgeous little quilted embossed pattern there in the powder if you can see it, and this is just a gorgeous everyday powder. It is a pigmented blush, so you don't have to use a lot, but it is matte, so it never sort of looks cakey because it's pigmented. You really don't have to use a lot. Just beautiful for a natural glow. You can build it up if you want more color, but just a beautiful luxury product. Okay, so that's all of my favorite face makeup products for 2015. I will, in this series of favorites for 2015, actually have a video that shares all of my misses, the worst products of 2016, and I will say that there are some other foundations in there. I actually came across more misses last year, I think, than in any previous year since I've started YouTubing. A lot of foundation misses for me last year. Look out for that video and a few more. I've got an eyes, a favorite lips, a favorite skincare, a favorite hair care, body, miscellaneous. Stay tuned for those. But thank you so much for highly requesting this video. I hope that you enjoyed, and please do let me know down below if it's not too long and you can still remember. Let me know what your favorite face makeup products were for 2015. I always love to hear from you, so thank you in advance. Have yourself a gorgeous day. Please don't forget you are absolutely beautiful, with or without any of these. Please don't forget it. The most important thing though, much more important than looking at and using all these lovely products, is being it. Be beautiful, share beauty with all of those around you, make the world a better place. It starts with you. And yeah, that's it from me. Have yourself a gorgeous day. I will see you again really soon. Bye.